All right, here we have page 15, the remote learning math packet. Most of it fairly simple stuff. Here we have fractions, addition, subtraction mainly. So 7/8 minus 3/8. Remember, you subtract. In this case, the numerator 7 minus 3 will be 4, and the denominator stays the same. 8/10 minus 2/10. Subtract the numerator. 8 minus 2 is 6. Denominator stays the same. 6/12 minus 4/12. Subtract the numerators. 6 minus 4 is 2. Denominator stays the same. Now notice you have to have like denominators. The denominators have to be the same to be able to add or subtract them. So now we're going to add these together. So I have 2/3 plus 1/3. We add together our numerators. 2 plus 1 is 3. Denominator stays the same. And here we would do for number 4. I'm gonna adjust. We'll go with it. So we have 3/3, but we want to simplify that. So I'm going to do 3/3 in this case, and that equals 1. 3 minus 0. So this equals 1. So now I'm going to go to number 5. I have 3/6 and 1/6. That would equal 4/6. And I have to put it in simplest form. That's what it has to do. So I have 4/6. All right. And I go through the whole process showing you like the least common factor or greatest common factor and all that, but I'm just going to divide them both by 2 since they're both even numbers, and we'll just see what that gets us. So 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. That gives me 2/3, which is simplest form. And here 5/14 plus 3/14. 5 plus 3 equals 8. 14th. Denominator stays the same. All right. And I have to simplify. So I have 8/14. All right. Again, I'm just going to, they're both even numbers. So I'm just going to start off with dividing by 2. See where that gets me. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 7 is a prime number, so I know it's simplified as far as it can go. Same with 3. So 4/7 is it in simplest form. All right, now I'm going to decompose these fractions. So how can I break apart 3/8, add it up, and have it equal 3/8? So that's just going to be 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 equals 3/8. 4/5, I'm going to break it apart. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 4/5. 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 2/3. All right, now for number 10. All right, write the improper fraction as a mixed number. So I am going to divide to do it. All right, so how many times, and your denominator, it's also your divisor, denominator, divisor. So the 4 is going to go outside, the 9 on the inside. How many times does 4 go into 9 without going over? 2. 2 times 4 is 8. I subtract, I get 1. My remainder is 1, but that would equal 2. My denominator stays the same, 2 and 1/4. So that would be 2 and 1/4. All right, number 11. Write the improper fraction, 7/5. All right, so again, 5 goes outside the house, 7. And what I do to help me remember which one goes inside the house, which one goes outside the house, I know that 9/4 is greater than 1. I know there has to be a whole number. And if I switch these, if I had the 9 out here and the 4 in there, then my answer wouldn't be greater than 1. So I know if I have a improper fraction, the bigger number is going to be inside. So how many times does 5 go into 7? 1 time. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2. I check. 2 is less than 5, so that's good. And that's my remainder. Okay. Now, so I have one whole, that one right there. And then my remainder is my numerator. and my denominator stays the same. So that would equal 1 and 2/5. Right here, I'm going to do number 13 first. So there's two ways to do these problems, I think. Okay, so the denominator I'm working with is 9. So I need to write 2 and 4/9 as an improper fraction. So I know that 9/9 equals 1. Another 9/9 would equal 2. So those two together equal that. And then I add in my 4/9. Okay, so I have 9 plus 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. As my numerator, my denominator stays the same. So it would be 22/9. All right, so now for number 12, I'm going to do this one a different way. So I have 5 and 1/3. I can multiply my whole number times my denominator and then add it to my numerator. So 5 times 3 is 15, and you can even do like a little thing like that, and then add that. So 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 would be 16. Denominator stays the same, 16/3. All right, and I hope that helps you.